In today's video, I am going to give you 5 tips for talking with your doctor about your hypothyroid symptoms when you have been told that your blood tests are normal. I'm going to give you some tips to help you feel and be heard. By the end of this video, you're going to be confident enough to go have a chat with your doctor and get to the root cause of what's going on in your body. So let's get started right now. My name is Melodye Reynolds, founder of MelodyeReynolds.com, and this is my channel. If this happens to be your very first time here and you're looking for tips on how to reverse the symptoms of hypothyroidism, then you can go ahead and start right now by subscribing to the channel and clicking that notification bell so that you never miss another Thyroid Thursday upload. So I have been struggling with hypothyroidism for the past 4 years. I am finally reversing my symptoms, and I share tips here with you, very practical tips for what things that you can do without medication and with medication, because I'm not medicated, but my husband is, so I can share with you what's working for both of us because we are losing weight. We've got our energy back. Our hair is not falling out anymore. Our sex drives are back. Like, we're 100 times better than what we were. So anyway, that is who I am. That is what I do here tonight, and it's really hard to get diagnosed with hypothyroidism. It is really hard. It took me 5 doctors, okay, before I got diagnosed. And I'm going to tell you how to push, how to feel like you're hurt, and how to get the help that you need if you want to go the doctor route. I did finally start reversing my symptoms without a doctor. I started doing things naturally, and that I started seeing results with that. But I helped my husband to work with his doctor and to start getting results with him. So I know about it all the way around, and whenever I'm, faced with a problem and I come through it, I feel like I'm supposed to share that and help other people. So that's what I do here. And one of the biggest questions people ask me is, well, how do you talk to your doctor? How do you talk to your doctor? I'm going to share 5 tips with you tonight that's going to make that easy. So let's hop into these 5 tips. So you may have recently gone to the doctor and you're having things like your hair is falling out. Maybe you've lost the outer third of your eyebrows as well. Maybe you're brushing your hair and you're seeing clumps fall out. You're fatigued, like you sleep all the time, but you don't feel refreshed. Like no matter how much you sleep, if you get 10 hours of sleep or 2 hours of sleep, you feel the same. You feel really crummy. You're gaining weight and you haven't changed your eating or your habits or your exercise or any of that. You can't lose any weight. It's stubborn. A lot of times you're gaining that weight in your middle too. Maybe you've got dry skin, dry eyes, dry mouth. My mouth, I can look back on my videos. When I look back on that time when I was really sick, you can see my lips sticking to my teeth. It was bad, okay? My cycles were irregular. I even missed a couple, was told I was perimenopausal. My cycles are back. I'm not perimenopausal. There are over 300 symptoms that are associated with hypothyroidism. I also had fatty liver. My liver enzymes are high. I'm still working on that, but it's getting better. And that then cost me my gallbladder, because when you're hypothyroid, it slows down all of your organs. So lots of people that are hypothyroid have gallbladder problems, liver problems. You can even have some heart problems going on with that. So I had insomnia, couldn't sleep. So if you have all that going on and you go to your doctor, they're going to say, well, let's check your thyroid. Because if you're fatigued and you're gaining weight and you're losing your hair, they're going to say, let's check your thyroid. Then you may get the typical response of, well, it's normal. And there's a lot of reasons for that. I don't want to make this video about that, but they don't test the right things and they're not looking at the right levels, okay? If you want to learn about that, you can head over to my website, and I will link it below here. You can head over to MelodyeReynolds.com, spelled just like I spelled here, M-E-L-O-D-Y-E, Reynolds.com, and I have a blog post there, why it's the #1 reason that thyroid problems are missed, or hypothyroidism is missed, something like that. You'll see it. And I have listed for you why that happens. It is very, very, very common to be told that your thyroid is normal or fine when you are raging hypothyroid. It happened to me for 4 years. A lot of people, it takes 10 or 12 years to get diagnosed. And that's kind of scary to me. That happened to me. I kept going to my doctor, and I kid you not, I kept saying, I feel like I'm dying. I don't feel like myself. I had a bad anxiety. I was depressed. I put on 69 pounds in like 2.5 years. I was 130 pounds, 135 before I got sick, and when it was all said and done, I was 189 pounds. That was rough to be walking around in a body that I was still eating the same way. I was still exercising. I'm still doing everything exactly the same, and I couldn't keep the weight off. So it's, there's a lot of reasons that it's missed, and you're told that it's fine, that it's normal. That's very, very common, okay? And then they're going to tell you, well, you're just a stressed out mom. Here's an antidepressant, or you need to lay off the carbs, or, I don't know what it is. You need to rest and to change your diet. Like, you're told a lot of things, and you start to kind of feel crazy. And I kept insisting. So I have these 5 tips for you, because one of the main questions I get is, well, what do I do? What do I do if I have all these symptoms and I'm like you? I keep being told, well, this is normal. Well, your thyroid's fine. Your thyroid's fine. Your thyroid's normal. A lot of people will say, well, okay, fine. My doctor said it was normal. My doctor knows everything, and they never question it. And I know people, I've met people, because I've made it a point to really put myself around a lot of people with this disease. And I've met so many people that say, well, I've felt like that for 20 years. My thyroid's fine. Or you have the other instance where you're on thyroid medication, but you don't get rid of those symptoms. You have to ask the question then, okay, why do I feel so bad then? That means, something's not working, and your doctor needs to be looking at different things, okay? Thyroid disease is very hard to get diagnosed with, and it's very hard to get proper treatment for. I want you to know that. I have all kinds of information on my blog about this. I have videos, I have blog posts, I have tons of information for you, and I'm just getting started sharing over there, but go over there when I'm done with this and read through about, why that happens, why Synthroid and levothyroxine don't work. But let's get in tonight to these 5 tips. I'm going to get off my soapbox here. I'm just setting the stage for you of the frustration a lot of people with hypothyroidism feel. We feel like that. It took me years, but I'm a bulldog and I am a very strong personality, and I will push to get an answer. So I'm going to teach you tonight how to push, okay? So there's 5 tips. Number 1, ask questions. That's my very first tip for you. You need to not be afraid to ask your doctor questions. I understand they went to school. I understand they wear that white lab coat and you see them as an authority, okay? And you can respect people and see them as an authority and then be wrong and then miss things and then just be human. Doctors are human, okay? And they don't get a lot of education about the thyroid in medical school. They're not specializing in thyroid, and even endocrinologists will get it wrong, okay? Even though it may be their specialty. So you're not crazy. I just want you to know that from the bottom of my heart. Ask questions. Don't be afraid to say, well, then why is my hair falling out? What would you suggest? What else can we test? One of the first things I did, I said, well, if my thyroid's fine, can we test other stuff? Can we test my sex hormones? What about maybe my vitamins and minerals? Lo and behold, my vitamins and minerals were all tanked out, which your thyroid causes, but I was low on my B, my D, my iron, my zinc. Those are all classic signs of you having hypothyroidism. And so by seeing that I was low on those, I first started supplementing for those, and I started to feel a little better. Not tons, but a little bit more like a human after feeling so bad. Because if you're anemic, anemia can cause your hair to fall out, can cause you to be winded and fatigued and not be able to sleep. It can cause all kinds of things. And if you're anemic or if you're low in vitamin D, that can actually cause your thyroid to be hypo. So because I asked, well, what else can we test? Are there other things? Can we test my liver? Can we test, what else? There has to be a reason. Because I'm going to tell you something. If you've never heard the words root cause, I'm going to rock your world tonight, okay? I want you in the comments below to just type out root cause for me so that you remember this. You remember it when you type it out or you write it. Type out the words root cause, because every symptom you have has a root cause. You don't want to cover those symptoms up. You want to get to the bottom of why are you gaining weight? Why are you losing your hair? Why are you fatigued? Why is your skin dry? Why are you not having cycles? There has to be a reason. We don't want to just cover that up, okay? So you're going to have to dig with your doctor and say, hey, listen, what else could it be? What else could it be? Okay. Then another tip I have is to record your conversations with your doctor. Now, this is not to share with anybody. This is not to be illegal. You can ask their permission if you want. You probably should. But I record things just for myself because I was so brain fogged that I didn't have clear thoughts. When you have hypothyroidism, you have brain fog, and it makes you feel like you have sinus pressure. It makes you forget things. It makes you not understand things. I would forget words. I'm a huge music person. I love to sing. I love to dance. I've listened to music my whole life. I'm obsessed with music. My name is Melodye. Hello. And so I was forgetting things, right? Well, I'd go to my doctor's appointment and I would totally forget what we talked about. Record it. Use your phone and just record it. I do that with all of my doctor's visits now because whenever, or even my daughter, who we're working on some autoimmune things with her now, I record things because then I go home and I take notes and I figure out, okay, what am I going to say if I don't get better by the next time I need to go back and see my doctor? What can I bring back up that I need to readdress, and what did they tell me to take a look at or work on or whatever? It just helps because you can't remember everything and then you get frustrated. So then number 2, so ask questions and then record the answers to those. So number 2 is to be honest about your symptoms. I have had doctors downplay my symptoms. So I was told when I was like, I don't feel right. Like even in my mind, I feel like I'm not in my own body anymore. My doctor said, well, welcome to your 40s. I think I was 39 when this started. Yeah, I was 39 when this started. She said, well, you're about to hit 40. Welcome to your 40s. She downplayed my symptoms, and that bothered me because you're not supposed to feel bad because you turned 40 or 30 or 28 or whatever your age is. My daughter's 14. She's going through some of this stuff right now. It doesn't, and just because she's a teen doesn't mean, oh, it can go the other way. Oh, you can't have hypothyroidism, you're 14. Yes, you can. You can have it when you're 3. You know, you can have it when you're 50. So it's not normal for you to feel bad just because you're a certain age, okay? So you need to be honest and really communicate how bad your symptoms are. Because I don't know about you, but I go to the doctor and I let them talk me out of my symptoms. Like, okay, well, maybe I'm just anxious because I'm stressed. I got a lot going on. Okay, well, maybe I am getting totally huge because I'm eating too many carbs. I'll just cut down and I'll exercise more. Well, you know, I started kind of downplaying, like maybe I'm not as bad as maybe it is because I'm 40. And you know what I thought? If this is how I feel when I'm 40, how am I going to feel when I'm 50? Yeah, I didn't think I was going to make it to 50. So be honest about your symptoms. Communicate. You've got to be really clear about how bad you're feeling. And you know your body. You are the authority on your body. You know your body better than anybody else. Don't let anybody talk you out of that. Okay, number 3, be persistent. If you keep coming back and you have the same symptoms and the same symptoms and the same symptoms, keep asking the questions, keep asking for blood tests, start asking for the proper thyroid blood test, because most doctors only run TSH and maybe free T4. You actually need a full thyroid panel. You need a full panel that includes free T3, free T4, reverse T3, TSH, and both antibodies. If they're not doing that, they cannot tell you what your thyroid is doing. You may have to just really say, listen, I learned about, doing a full thyroid panel. Is that something maybe we can do? And then you can go to my site and learn how to read that. By the way, always ask for a copy of your blood test. That's another tip I have for you. Your blood tests are yours. That information is yours. Get a copy of it, come home and learn how to read it yourself. It's going to give you a lot of insight. Okay. Number 4, share information with them and see if they're open. So if you're a smart cookie, if you're sitting here watching me right now, you're freaking awesome, because it means you're questioning things and you're looking for answers. You need to share the information you're learning with your doctor. Now be respectful and say, I trust you and I know that you really have my best interest at heart. But I've been learning that there's actually a whole lot more blood tests we should probably do. Would you be open to doing those for me? Because you need to have your vitamins and minerals checked, your sex hormones checked, and your thyroid checked. It's all involved. And just say it in a way where you're respecting them. You're letting them know that you're actually questioning things and you're looking for answers on your own. And I said that. I said, no disrespect to you, but I don't feel good. And you keep telling me my thyroid is fine, but I have every single symptom. So I'm searching for some answers. And I've seen online and I've read in some books and I've talked to some other people who are going through what I'm going through. And they mentioned maybe we should do some more thyroid tests and maybe even look into my vitamins and minerals and my sex hormones. What do you think about that? Don't be afraid to tell them what you're learning, okay? And to share information with them. You can even take books with you, and to talk to them about it. So don't be afraid to speak up, okay? Then number 5 is, here's the truth, and I want you to hear me. Lean in, friends. Lean in, because this is important. If your doctor will not really pay close attention to your symptoms, if they will not order the blood test that you have requested them to order, if you continue to feel bad and you have every symptom, fire your doctor. Oh, I know. It sounds scary, right? Let me tell you the truth of the matter. Your doctor works for you. They work for you. They provide a service for you. You're going, your insurance is paying them. They're being compensated for a service. If they are not giving you what you need, there's a whole lot of doctors out there. Go find you one that is open to listening to you. I went through 5 doctors to get diagnosed, you guys. 5 doctors before I got a diagnosis. It may take 7. I've seen people take 10. Who knows how many it goes up to? It's okay to make a decision for your own health. Your health is your responsibility. And it's okay to take control and take responsibility for your health and say, you know what? I don't care even if you've been to that doctor. My doctor I've been to since I was 15 years old. It was hard for me to say, I got to look somewhere else. I got to get a second opinion, third opinion, fourth opinion. I got to keep looking. And I had some doctors refuse to test me, refuse to do all of the tests, tell me I was fine. And I cried and screamed at a couple of them. But guess what? I'm still alive and I'm getting better. I've lost 36 pounds. I'm back to being myself. I have energy again. My hair is not falling out in clumps anymore. Was it worth it to speak up for myself and to do these 5 tips and be persistent, be annoying, and ask questions and do all the work and learn things? Yeah, it was totally worth it. Share information with them and just see if they're open. Some doctors are great. They're open to learning. They're willing to try some things with you. Some are going to tell you, nope, I've done this for years and years and years. You don't know what you're talking about. And then you're going to know, okay, time to find a new doctor, right? But you're never going to know that if you don't advocate for yourself. You're your own best advocate. Because any doctor should appreciate that you're trying to do things on your own. Find a new doctor if you have to. Also, I want to recommend real quickly, and then I got something for you, naturopath. If you have not tried a naturopath or a functional medicine doctor or an integrative medicine doctor, they're going to work out better for you when it comes to your thyroid. The issue is they're more expensive and they're not covered by insurance. But some have payment plans where you can pay monthly. You know, I don't know, use your tax money. I don't know what to tell you, but you've got to figure out a way to be able to afford that health care, because naturopaths look for the root cause. They will dig, functional medicine doctors, they will dig and help you, because when you're healing from hypothyroidism, you got to peel layers back. You got to look at different things, okay? And I'm teaching you how to do all of that right here. So to make sure you don't miss any of my videos and any of my blog posts, go to my website. I'm going to link it below. And when you land there, there's going to be a place that's going to say, get on my Thyroid Overcomers email list, or get thyroid tips to your inbox, something like that. Go click on that and get on my email list, and you're going to get thyroid tips just like I did here tonight every Thyroid Thursday. I'm going to send those over to your email, and I'm going to be sending you tips about all of the symptoms, how to reverse them, you know, more in depth about talking to your doctor. And if your doctor won't do blood tests, I teach you how to order them yourself. Did you know you could do that? Yes, that was life-changing when I figured that out. I actually ordered all my own blood tests myself online. You can do that, and I teach you how. So make sure you head over to my website and sign up for that. It's free. You get an email every Thursday. I don't spam you. Don't worry. I just send them to you on Thyroid Thursdays. That's it. You're going to stay in the know. You're going to get all kinds of tips. Question of the day today. Have you ever had an issue where you feel like your doctor isn't listening to you? If you have, let us know about it in the comments. I love to chat about this kind of stuff and share our experiences. Be sure to like this video. Share it with a friend that you could possibly help with it. Let's spread the knowledge. And your next step is going to be to take a look at what is here on the screen for you. You'll see a playlist that is my thyroid playlist. I think you'll find that super helpful. And also I've linked a couple of videos that I think you might like to check out. If you happen to see my face there floating around on the screen, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and go ahead and turn on that notification bell so that you never miss another Thursday upload.